Afternoon, guys. Valentine's Day, home win against Rusthall, 5-0. Coily, how did you see that game unfolding today?
3-0 at half-time, really frustrated, really frustrated. I think we squandered so many opportunities. We had 2v2s, 1v1s, we had balls flashing across the 6-yard box and we just weren't connecting. And the decision making in the final third again wasn't great. So I wasn't happy at half-time, to be honest with you, although you look at the league table and the importance of the game and everything else. But we've got higher expectations of each other. That's management team as well as players, and it weren't quite good enough in the first half. But the second half we started really well, and again I can't wait to watch the video back and look at the stats from today. I mean, no disrespect to Rusthall, they're doing really well this year. They're going to be the team that are probably going to be pushing us at the back end of the season, but I think we could have had 8, 9, 10 goals today, and it sounds ridiculous, but I think if we were really ruthless in the final third, from the entries we've had from, again, set pieces, in open play more so today, which is a plus from last week. We're much better in open play, creating opportunities. It was just, again, a little bit of quality at the end that let us down. But look, we sat here at the start of the day, if you would have said 5-0, home win, clean sheet, Dan not troubled at all throughout the whole game, I would have taken it. So I think there's still some bits that we need to improve on, but we're in a phenomenal place after this game today.
Yeah, and Matt, what the disappointment last week of getting knocked out of the bars. We needed a reaction today, and I think we got that.
Yeah, I don't think we need it. I said at the end of last week, I don't think it's necessarily a reaction. I think it's just really important to put the disappointment of last week to bed, which I thought the players in training this week have been absolutely brilliant. The mentality's been top, which we wouldn't have questioned anyway at all. But I think that shows the character within the group. No Granty today injured, no Mal today injured, no Dalk still injured, and obviously great. Look, we've brought Will off and bringing Macca back on. Isaac gets some minutes today after being out injured. Jav's come off injured and we're bringing on Healy. So it just shows the strength in depth that we've got, and I think you're going to need that between now and the end of the season. We've done a lot of work, and the players are starting to pick up 1 or 2 little niggles now where they are doing a lot of work and they've played a lot of games. So again, credit to those players that have come on the pitch today. I felt second half, we were saying on the side, we need to get players on the pitch to get the minutes, but it also then knocked the fluidity out of the game for about 15 minutes. But you have to accept that. So I think although we could have probably gone on and scored more goals, we were a little bit untidy at times and a little bit basketball-like for sort of 10 minutes, but that's again down to players. Nothing to do with the players coming on the pitch, just the fact that you're making that number of changes. You've got 5 different outfield players, you've changed half the outfield team. It's going to look a little bit scrappy, and I thought it did. But like I say, them players are more than deserving of getting on the football pitch for us, and we're going to need them over the course of the rest of the season. So it was important that they got some minutes. But yeah, like I say, I thought great win. Good performance. Like I say, they've trained really well this week. We've obviously added some bits and pieces that we've tried to work on from last week. And again, the players have to take great credit, because we can tell them all the information in the world, but they've got to deliver it, and ultimately they did. And we've had 2 tough games here, Fisher at home and Rusthall at home. It's 2 tough games, and don't take anything away from them. They're good sides that are winning the vast majority of their games, and we've won 5-1 and 5-0. And that, like I say, that's a great place for us to be. And it's just important now that we recover well, ready for another massive. Every game's massive for us. Yeah. And Tuesday night they've had a rest today, Tunbridge Wells. But you can look at it; they've had a rest, but they've also not played for about 3 weeks. So they're, like I say, they're going to be fresh, but having not played is tough. Yeah. So yeah, we go into Tuesday. I don't know what the crowd was, but it was, again, there was a decent crowd. So, yeah. So yeah, look, again, would have been the highest gate in the league, and we've gone away watching the team be comfortable in another great win.
Yeah, and although we missed a few chances today, which I think has been a story of some of our games this season. I think we're now up well over 100 goals for the season in all competitions. Our goal difference obviously is the best in the league now after today. I think with Larkfield we conceded the lead, so it's great that we're in this position now, Coily, to look forward to the must be 12 games left, I think, in the league.
Yeah, I think I spoke about it. We played against Snodden away from home, and we had the 4th worst goals for. Yeah. And we had, I think we were down there as well in terms of the goals against. And done a little bit in the classroom, done some analysis, spoke to the players about the expectations and where we need to be to win the league. and we're quickly getting to where we spoke about, and the players have got to take credit for that. You know, I always look at the league table at the end of teams that win leagues. You usually concede less goals than what you've played, and at the other end, obviously, we've scored absolute bundles, which is a real positive. And we're squandering a lot of chances in games, and although it's frustrating as a coaching team, it's a real positive when you think the amount of chances today. And you know, last week we didn't create enough in open play. We most certainly, done enough to win 3 or 4 games today. So the players have been fantastic. You know, whenever we've set them some targets and some tasks, they've been on board and they've delivered it. So they've got to take huge credit.
Yeah, absolutely. A new company interview just popped in.
Yes.
We've got 3 more home games, I think, in February to come. And certainly the guys that came to watch today got value for money. I think we had a really strong performance. A couple of goals we got, Trave's goal and Harvey's goal was just outstanding. So good to get that crowd in. We've got to look forward to Tuesday. Semi-final next week, Matt, and then obviously Larkfield on the last Saturday of the month. Great things to look forward to.
Yeah, brilliant. Like I say, the crowd again, they've been treated to another 5 goals in what was a really, really top performance. So hopefully we can get another good crowd in here on Tuesday, and then obviously the semi-final against Larkfield again next week, which we want to get to that cup final. We sort of let ourselves down a little bit last year in that final. We've obviously we had a lot of games at that period, but we let ourselves down a little bit last year. So we really want to try and put that right and get some silver on the table. And I think with the sort of less games that we've got to play now, we really can focus on these 2 competitions. So we need to make sure we do that. And look, they're going to want to come here and do better than they did today. So we know that's going to be a tougher game than probably it was today. But we've got to give ourselves credit for that as well. But yeah, like I say, look, we're just looking forward to Tuesday now. Tuesday's the sole focus. We'll do some work between now and then. The players need to recover, and we need to get in here Tuesday, because you can't waste performances and results like today. And they've been really good, the players, in terms of following up one performance after another after another. You just being 14 points clear in a league. I mean, there probably isn't. I don't think there's many teams in the country that are that far ahead at this stage of the season. And that's not easy. It's really not easy to keep turning up and being so relentless. So, like I say, fair play to the players. And like I say, Tuesday night's now the all-important game. Big month ahead, but Tuesday's a sole focus.
Brilliant, guys. Well done today. Look forward to Tuesday.
Cheers,
Thanks a lot.
Thank you.